Hey guys, this is Crispy.
And this is Bread, and we are going to take another look at Divinity 2.
A lifeboat? That means there's still a chance.
We're going to see what we can do to get out of the tutorial and actually do some interesting stuff this time around. But I want to make sure you guys get the full feel for all of the RP and flavor that goes into this.
If you can walk, get yourself up the ladder. There's a... Wait. Void woken.
Ow, don't hit me, you bug.
Void woken was supposed to be scary.
Well, that works. Thanks, Losa.
I've faced worse.
They who are about to triumph.
Let the games begin.
These beardless bugs won't sink the ship on my watch.
Won't sink the ship on my watch. Ow. I didn't mean to do that, but whoopsies.
Yeah, oopsies.
And boom.
Telling where there might be more. We need to move.
Away. The sea's hungry. We don't have much time.
It's not Harry. This old tub is...
All they drop are giblets, which will heal you if you're human and you eat them a little bit.
For you, it will hurt you.
Yeah, healing effects hurt undead. Poison heals.
I have plans for you, child. Rise.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Oriven.
I survived, in a manner of speaking, I suppose. I think that's what he says, actually, something like that.
As much as you can for an undead, that is.
Yeah. Come on, get up.
Well, that was decidedly unpleasant. Am I the lone survivor? Depending on one's definition of survivor, of course.
Bowstring?
Ah, Brachus Rex. I've read his history. Quite gruesome, even for a human.
The child has a small mirror in his hands. He holds it up at angles, inspecting his eyes, his chin, the crown of his head. He spots you, and his arms snap to his sides.
I'm not supposed to talk to strangers.
Tell the child you're even stranger than you look.
The child considers your statement.
You're weird. Are you a sorcerer? One of those guys that brings the bad void things here?
Nod, you are, and by the looks of the collar around his neck, so is he.
The child looks at you straight on, unafraid, searching the shadows cloaking your face. He lifts his mirror to his nose, closes one eye, and looks at himself again.
I don't see any source on you or me. I guess they're wrong. Or crazy.
Tell him they may well be wrong and crazy.
Maybe you're right. At least they don't mind where anyone goes. They know we can't leave the island. And it's a lot nicer out here than outside.
Say it isn't safe out here. Your ship was attacked by Voidwoken not far off the shore.
But you didn't die.
Say you survived the attack by the skin of your teeth. He really should find somewhere safer to go.
There isn't anywhere safer. That's what I mean. You'll see.
Ask him why he doesn't seem scared.
Guess I am. But it's just normal to be scared. Nowhere isn't scary.
Okay. I don't think there was anything up here. The stairs are broken. Yeah. And there are secrets and whatnot you can discover in the woods.
Voidwoken. Those are the same beasts that sank our ship. Damn. They made it to shore.
Got one to sleep.
Bring it, big ugly bug.
Into the dark.
No, 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 don't. Ah. Cool.
Wow.
I thought
You
these
leveled
bloody
it.
collars were supposed to keep those things at bay.
Lumpy giblets. It's what I love to eat. Lumpy giblets.
Leaving a blood
Drowned
trail.
and eaten by a Voidwoken.
Minor
Wonder
healing
which
potion. An apple. Resurrection scroll. Why did this change? Did I hit the wrong button? I must have. Okay, let's raise my finesse, my intelligence. Scoundrel, I guess. And persuasion.
Okay.
Ooh, a shell, I want it. A word of advice to the badly armed. Tie your knife to a stick or branch. Now you've got a sword of sorts. Okay. Keep hitting the wrong button.
Hey, there's the red prince.
The Red Prince.
You spot a strange lizard gazing over the water with a steady, malcontent stare. His skin is of a bright, blood-red color. Could he be... Yes, you recognize him from the ship. It would seem you're not the only one who survived the tentacles of the deep.
Greet him heartily and say you're glad to see he survived the shipwreck.
The lizard turns about with the graceful ease of a dancer, or a duelist. You lock eyes with his, two smoldering embers that sizzle your very soul.
Ooh.
I did survive, yes. And chances are I wouldn't have had you not returned to the aid of your fellow passengers down in that dreadful hold. You have my gratitude.
Hand over heart, he salutes you with a bob of the head. More than a nod, though less than a bow.
Tell him you're glad to be of help. Doesn't do to stand idly by when people are in danger.
Yes, I'm sure you've all the makings of a hero and all that, but let's not get carried away, shall we? Nevertheless, one good turn does deserve another, so as far as the whole slave business is concerned, let's just forget about it. You may as well have your freedom. Now then, if there's nothing further...
Ask what he's doing here, standing on that rock.
I'm sure I don't mean to sound condescending, but I had thought it quite self-evident I was gazing out over the waves.
He sighs dramatically.
Tell me, what do you see when you cast your glance over this ocean?
Say that of last night. You see a kraken-infested wasteland you never want to go near again.
Touché.
He looks out over the water once more, and so do you. A few tranquil moments pass as the waves lap against your thoughts.
As for myself, when I consider this vast expanse before us, I see an empire. I see continents dotted with mighty cities. And shimmering along the soft curve of the sea's horizon, I picture the palaces that formed my paradise. Lost.
What do you mean by lost, exactly?
What do you mean, what do I mean? I mean just what I say. I had a very actual empire that I lost.
Suddenly, having all the air of being deeply offended, he stares at you with utter incredulity.
Okay.
This guy's a
Just
prick.
stand there gawking like an ape at an abacus. Or do you really mean to tell me you don't know who I am?
A red lizard? That can only mean one thing. He's the notorious Red Prince.
The very same. I am the Red Prince, the All-Conqueror, the World-Tamer, the Spouse of the Sun. Of course you know me.
There's a brief moment's pause, during which his grandiloquent pose deflates ever so slightly.
That said, I suppose I must own up to the fact that I find myself rather in between all-conquering and world-taming opportunities at the moment. The grandeur that is my fate has hit a bit of a snag. But never you worry. For the throne I was destined, and my throne I shall have.
Invite him to travel with you. Maybe you can even help him win his throne back.
Truly. A kind offer indeed. And you've already proven to be trustworthy enough. You came back for the others on that ship, after all. Fine, I accept. On one condition. For reasons I'll not disclose right now, it is imperative that I should meet with a dreamer. one of the mystics of my kind. I've reason to believe one of them may be present on this island. Promise me we'll look for him, and I'll extend you the blessing of my company.
I promise. Before you go, tell him that he should probably know you're undead.
Oh my word, how you do astound me. Come now, did you really think a handful of linen towels can fool me? But don't worry. I have studied the arcane arts for years, including necromancy and demonology. I do not hold the petty prejudices of common folks. In fact, I prefer the exceptional in all things. Your secret is safe with me. So, now that that's settled, first things first. Even if you are as versed in the art of eloquence as I am, that our swords will be doing a lot of the talking from here on out goes without saying. As a born fighter, I prefer the perfection of the blade myself. But I'm well acquainted with the secrets of magic and, yes, even subterfuge. What say you?
So, we end up with 4 people. Do you want the Red Prince, or do you want me to take the Red Prince?
You could take the Red Prince for right now, so you get to pick.
Marshall.
Do not take my elegance as a mask for frailty. My blows shatter shields, and my thrusts pierce armor. If a warrior you need, the warrior you'll have.
Yeah, let's have you stay as a fighter.
I offered the perfection of the blade, and you seek the perfection of the blade. How fortuitous. Very well. Onwards then to victory or death.
The Red
All
Prince
right.
nods and gives you a smile that wavers ever so delicately between courtesy and contempt.
Now, as you're aware, you'll be traveling with a prince. Proper forms of address include Your Majesty, Your Royal Highness, or if you're feeling particularly frivolous, Milord. As your luck would have it, I seem to be fresh out of luggage, so you won't be required to carry my belongings. Of course, there are other forms of protocol to bear in mind, but I'll see to it you'll pick up the rest as we go. So, without further ado...
Well,
Bless you!
bless you.
Sorry, I normally mute for that, but I didn't have time. Yeah, he's kind of a royal prick type of character.
I've noticed.
A black cat. A herald of wisdom in my homeland. How fortuitous.
Neither of us can talk to the cat, so it doesn't much matter. There is an ability called Pet Pal that lets you talk to animals, but I think the crossbowman gets it. This is a secret area that I discovered in my playthrough.
I wonder where this leads.
I want a barrel of slime, a log, some gold, a wooden figurine, a hand-carved figurine of well-oiled Lapidaran wood. Those beady little eyes seem to follow you no matter where you place it. And tattered shoes. And a repair hammer. Let's see what else we can get into.
I found something.
You don't say. When it does that, it's actually rolling against one of their stats to see if they notice it. I happen to already know it was there. You mean you noticed it after you went inside it and looked around and come back?
Now, where should I put this one?
Is that one of those little kids from the boat again?
I don't know if they're from the boat or from the town.
Well, there were kids on the
Hey,
boat.
mister.
remember?
It's a lot nicer here than that stinking boat, huh?
Yeah, she was on the boat.
Sure wish more of us could have been saved. Though, I did see one of them wringing out their tunic at the shore a few hours ago. So I guess Some of them I never want to set foot on a stuffy old
I didn't mean to
ever
click
again.
that off before she was done. She said some of them survived at least.
So the cat's with us.
Yeah, I don't know what the cat does. I haven't been able to speak to it yet.
I know nothing of any Verdus.
We already know the truth, Magister. Stay back, sorcerer, and stay silent. Our Godwoken speaks.
We know you've been helping sorcerers escape, Atusa. We have proof.
It so looks like the symbol of chaos that I'm used to seeing. Goodness.
I'd sooner cut my tongue out than lie to you, Alexander. I know nothing of any escapees.
If you can tell the Godwoken no more, your tongue is of no use. Cut it out.
This can't be serious, Alexander. Come.
You should know by now to obey your superior, Magister, whatever she may ask.
Call out that only the gods are fit to take back what they have given.
Stay silent, you!
Well.
Atusa pinches the tip of her tongue with 2 fingers and brings her dagger to its root. Her eyes squeeze shut. Drops of blood form against the dagger's edge and quickly fall to the ground. She groans.
Stop! My father, may his soul rest in peace, would be disappointed in you, Atusa. To think you would lie to his only son, your bishop, and your friend these many years. The fate of our realm hangs in the balance. If you will not help us save it, then you will help the Void destroy it. Dallas?
Yes, Your Holiness?
I believe we're done here.
What a waste. Come, we'll be needed elsewhere.
Hush now.
A resurrection scroll. And her leg. Elves can eat limbs and experience the memories of persons whom the limb belonged.
The lizard Magister, or what's left of her, lies in a puddle of gore.
Well, that certainly was a messy display of dominance.
She was a lizard, yet a magister. No matter her reasons, her penalty was fair.
It's kind of a savage way to look at it, but if you feel that way, I guess.
Come on then, Lexi. Say up.
I find only bread. I want no trouble.
Bread or a brisket?
This is not your business, Long Pig.
Don't let this moss muncher talk to you like that. Especially a cheapskate like Essen.
Like Essen.
Griff already knows she don't like to pay her fair share.
Griff already knows she don't like to pay her fair share.
An intense-looking man steps between the thug and the elf and rolls up his sleeves, revealing well-muscled and heavily scarred arms. You recognize him. It's Ifan, who you met aboard the ship on the way here.
Just stand aside, won't you, mate? This is no business of yours.
Lone wolves decide their own business.
The thug freezes in fear for a moment before shuffling back to the protection of his crony.
Pay up, elf. No one shorts Griff. Especially not one of you.
Say this sounds like little more than a shakedown into the skies.
You two ought to be thanking your lucky gods it's us, and not the Magisters enforcing round here. A fool never knows what they've got till it's well and gone. Now come on, elf. If you make me say it again, there's gonna be trouble.
Say if he chooses to harm her, you won't stand by and watch.
And neither will I.
We got a system, and it looks like you don't want to fit in.
Ooh. And then it's me, and I do not want to be that close. Let's get rid of that armor that you've got going. Put you to sleep. And light that poor guy on fire. Missed.
I'm ready.
Is that indigestion or is it... Oh god, not now.
That stung.
Yeah.
Are you still alive? You are.
Won't be for very long.
Burn! Dang. Just like that.
Follow
It's
me
over.
before more of them trouble us.
I've an errand to run around here first. I'll catch up with you there later.
Remember, past the kitchens, down to the beach, inside the caves there. There is a safe place.
Burroughs Club. Empty bottle, 20 gold. So you wanted Sabile and Loso, right?
If we can get them.
Well, we can. I know where they are. So, I'm kind of stuck between the Red Prince and Ifan, but
You can have a fawn if you want. Just take Sabile, I guess.
Well, no. You're going to take 2 people, I'm going to take 2 people. So, I'm probably going to stay with the Red Prince, or swap him out for Ifan, but we won't have a tank anymore unless I make him a fighter.
Indigestion or is it... Oh god.
So I'll talk to him,
Ifan
but I'm not
rolls
going to
his
take
sleeves
him
back
right now.
down and casually wipes some blood from his cheek. He nods at you, the shadow of a smile on his lips.
Good work there. Good work. I can tell you've got chops. Say, you were on the ship here with me, weren't you?
He stretches out one rough hand to shake yours.
Smile, or reach out a hand to shake his.
He grips your hand tight as a vice and pauses. His fingertips feel your finger bones. His eyes narrow, but a moment later he shrugs and smiles.
Say, you don't look all that busy now that we're safely on dry land. I could use someone to watch my back, and it looks like you could use someone to watch yours. I've just got a small errand to run, and then I'll be looking to get the hell out of here while I've still got a neck to collar. How about we stick together until we get out of this place?
Nah. I'll come back for you if we decide we want you.
You could take him. I'll just take Sabile. It's fine with me.
Amidst a crowd of screws, bolts, and scraps of metal, the woman is manipulating a glove-like contraption fitted with 5 long metal skewers.
What did the cat knock
She doesn't
over?
look up as you approach.
And what you after?
A bait.
Fane. This creature seems to be technically minded. Loudly wonder if she could fashion a face ripper for you.
Come again?
Sigh. Bloody simple-minded creatures. Slowly and loudly explain that you need to rip the faces from other creatures. Circle her own face with your finger to demonstrate.
The blacksmith slowly pulls away, never taking her eyes off you. From underneath her table, she pulls out an especially ferocious-looking crossbow.
You another friend of Niles? I told that Magister freak to get back to his little dungeon in the keep, and I'll tell you the same. Now get the hell out of my face!
Well, that wasn't very polite. Alright, guys, I think that's all the time that we're going to have for today. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, dislike if you don't like what we're doing, and please comment. All feedback is good feedback.
Have fun, guys.
Enjoy the rest of your evening, everyone.